Hi and Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 2. We will be presenting about the risk assessment Singapore Port and Captain Phillip. Our group consists of 4 members. First, Nur Azrina binti Zuhalimi. Second, Hani Farhana binti Jaafar. Third, Wan Shazwani binti Wan Mat. And the last one is Daniel Imanul Haq bin Zulkifli.
For the introduction, marine insurance covers the loss or damage of ships, cargo, terminals and any transport by which the property is transferred, acquired or held between the points of origin and the final destination. For this report, the purpose is to make risk identification and to discuss about the risk assessment of Captain Phillips and the Singapore Port. Risk assessment is an inherent part of a broader risk management strategy to help reduce any potential risk-related consequences. The aim of the risk assessment is to evaluate hazards, to create a safer environment as well as reducing the level of risk. There are some findings that need to be explained based on risk identification, risk categorization, risk assessment, and risk metrics, and a few recommendations to the risk assessed. Next, Captain Phillips is based on a true story about a captain named Captain Richard Phillips who was in charge on a container ship of Maersk Alabama sails toward its destination through the Horn of Africa. Suddenly, Somali pirates raced toward the vessel, climbed aboard and take everyone hostage. Phillips had to take immediate action to protect his crew from the hostile invaders and their leader, Muse. The pirates are after millions of dollars, and Phillips must use his wits to make sure everyone survives and returns home safely. Meanwhile, for the Port of Singapore refers to the collective facilities and terminals that conduct maritime trade and which handle Singapore's harbours and shipping. This is known as the world's busiest port, where they will prepare containers to send, which is the largest container to send to the cargo every day. The management of the cargo are so detailed in order to track the ship to come in at the port by using the technology. Other than that, Singapore Port is busy with their workload every day with tons of ships to trace any ships or boats that come in at the port. Even though Singapore Port is the busiest world's port, despite all the challenges and the risks, they still handle it with the right technology and proper procedures. However, in this report, we will be focusing more on Captain Phillips as we will be discussing more on the risk assessment of Captain Phillips rather than the Singapore Port.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Azrina binti Zuhalimi. This slide is talking about risk identification. We have 8 risk identification. First is financial risk. Under financial risk, we have 2 ransom ship by pirates and vessel collided with each other. And then the second one is operation risk. Under operation risk, we have one which is had to do temporary shutdown. Third is politic risk. Under politic risk, we have 2 existence of unstable political situation between 2 countries, then affect to the name and image of the country involved. And then third risk is technology. Under technology, we have to detect the movement of this vessel and any unusual activities that occur in the vessel. And then the second one is the expert in handling the technology, especially in conducting the machines and computer system. Fourth risk is human resources. Under human resources, we have to intercepted by US Navy destroyer USS Bainbridge. And then during a drill, the vessel is chased by Somali pirate into escape. And then brand image and of the company risk. Under this, we have one Singapore Port face about 100 pirates a year. And then safety risk. Under safety risk, we have awareness of uncertainty events might occur. And then the last one is administration risk. Under this administration risk, we have managed to handle problem in crisis situation. So I pass to the next presenter. This slide we will be talking about the risk assessment.
I would like to talk about the financial risk, the first assessment. Under financial risk, there is a ransom ships by the pirates. When the Somali pirates first attempt to hijack the Alabama cargo was failed, they do not give up and then try again the next day and has successfully climbed aboard the vessel. The Alabama cargo was then attacked by a group of Somali pirates and they take everyone at the deck as hostage. They want to find the other crews of Alabama cargo, but Phillips already tells his crew to hide in the engine room and allows himself to be captured instead. He offers Muse the $30,000 in the ship's safe, but misreject the offers and demand to ransom the ship and crew in exchange for millions of dollars of insurance money from the shipping company. If the pirates did not get both cargo and money, they will blackmail the captain to kill his crews one by one, including the crews that are been hiding. To relate with financial risk, if the ransom by the pirates are successful, the insurance shipping company will bear the losses by giving the pirates a huge amount of money, including their cargo. The second one is vessels collided with each other. In Singapore port, they have ports traffic control to monitor all the vessels. The traffic control is very crucial so that the vessel doesn't collide with each other. Since there are many vessels coming every hour, from the first 10 minutes, we can see there exists a risk for the vessel that might be collided with each other when they are busy traffic. So, someone from the port's traffic control must always on watch to prevent unwanted things like this from happening, especially when few ships are simultaneously coming in and out from the port. So, they need to give instruction and control the ships. The ship's radar tracks real-time its every move and it monitors everything else that moves near the ship every second. The financial risk involved when the vessel collided, they have to claim for insurance to cover the losses for the damage of the vessel. Next is the operation risk. Under operation risk, they had to do temporary shutdown. Before the Somali pirates arrived and hijacking the Alabama cargo, Captain Phillips used all the procedures, practical and leadership because he had to do a temporary shutdown. Phillips asked them to close the machine and vessel engine, so as been told, Chief Engineer Mike Perry cuts power to the ship, plunging the lower decks into darkness. Then Phillips orders his crews to hide themselves in that dark engine room to avoid from founded by the Somali pirates. The vessel then stops moving and doesn't operate after the intentional shutdown. In case the pirates want to take away the ship, they will be told that the cargo are broken. The operation risk involved if the sudden shutdown might slow down the engine, and the worst case scenario is the cargo will be broken and cannot be operated at all.
Next slide, which is politic risk. Under politic risk, we have two: existence of unstable political situation between two countries, and the second one is affect the name and image of the country involved. Under existence of unstable political situation, Mas Alabama is a United States vessel that was enrolled around the Horn of Africa to deliver the food supply to the people of Africa. Unfortunately, during the route, they were attacked by the group of Somalia pirates. The situation is getting worse when the pirates succeed in hijacking the vessel and take Captain Phillip as a hostage to get the money for their own benefits. The incident has claimed the life of several pirates, and it may be the family or their friends demanding for the justice. This clearly impacts the political relationship between Somalia and the United States, since the ocean is free and unlimited usage for anyone to use. And the second one is affect the name and image of the country involved. The Somalia pirates also endangered the life of the people on board and even threatened them. Then the pirate take the captain as hostage and hurt him because he was trying to escape to save his life, and threatened the rescue team because the rescue team did not want to give them the money. This clearly shows that Somalia is banned from entering any part of the United States because they have the black record after trying to hijack the international vessel. The country will consider the people from Somalia to be entering the country to avoid the criminal or unusual things happen again. And then we proceed to the technology risk. Under technology risk, we have to detect the movement of vessel and any unusual activities that occur in the vessel. And the experts in handling the technology, especially in connecting the machines and computer system. So under detect the movement of vessel and any unusual activities, Captain Phillip was noticing an unusual thing by seeing the move detector on the screen. When he saw there was a boat approaching the vessel, he asked his assistant Shane to figure out why the boat was approaching the vessel in a close radius. Then after a few minutes, Captain Phillip noticed that the radius of the boat was getting close and there were two boats approaching them. Captain Phillip made an immediate call for help from headquarters because the boat might be the pirates, and headquarters could trace and track the location of the vessel. For example, The USS Maritime attached the move detector on the lifeboat to trace and track the location of the boat, also to hear the sound and conversation between them on the boat. This shows that technology they use helped the rescue team in order to save them.
Okay, under administration, managed to handle problem in crisis situation. Container from Oman to Mombasa, Kenya, when passing off Somalia's shore, a party of men on a small boat approached and shot the vehicle. The pirate, led by Abdulwali Musa, then stormed the ship cabin. Phillip even told his men to stay in the machine room and purpose as a hostage. Phillip then gave Musa an amount of $30,000 in the ship security, but Musa refused to deal because the shipping firm sought a ransom of millions of dollars. What occurred when the negotiation process did not go well was to proceed between pirate and navy seal. In this situation, we can see that Captain Phillip controlled the situation when the pirate come to his ship. He carefully made plans with his workers to get rid of the Somalia. He still remains claim even his life is at risk when he is taken away by the pirate. He showed himself as a competent, responsible, selfless servant leader when attacked by the pirate. Captain Phillip also knows how to service when facing unexpected situations and not making rash decisions. Under safety, awareness of uncertain events that might occur. Captain Phillip noticed that something was coming from beyond the radar. As the target was observed through binocular, it was pirate boats. They got near and the shooting begins. Pirates really play a match, but the agility of the pirate made them enter the ship successfully and seize position. Things are dramatically changed around. The pirates seized position of the ship and the ship crew concealed themselves. Captain Phillip is dealing with the established Somalian pirates, yet they do not disappear to be a way to achieve stability. Now it is responsibility of Captain Phillip and his men in different forms to find a safe route. Instead of following the rule, we should know that how to survive when we are facing unexpected situation and not making rash decisions. In this situation, we can see that Captain Phillip followed the procedure given and did not make a rash decision just to save himself and others. But the engine room and come out when the situation are safe. He put his life at the risk when he was held as a hostage in order to save his and crewmate.
Okay, next is the risk assessment for the human resources. Number one, intercepted by the U.S. Navy destroyer USS Bainbridge. After the pirates disconnected from their mothership, they intercepted with the USS Bainbridge Navy cutter. Captain Frank Castellano of the Bainbridge is directed to prevent the pirates from approaching the coast of Somalia by all means possible. The negotiators are unable to change his mind. Todd Phillips manages to escape from the lifeboat until Najee recaptures him and beat him repeatedly. The USS Navy Human Resources Department acted efficiently by making critical thinking decisions that can benefit them even though comes with high risk. For number two, during a drill, the vessel is chased by Somali pirates in two skiffs. Captain Phillip's vessel is chased by Somali pirate in two skiffs after an exercise, and Phillips calls for help. He pretends to contact a warship demanding emergency air assistance, recognizing that the pirates are listening to the radio traffic. In reaction, one skiff turns around. Thus, the pirate managed to kidnap the hostage, and then the captain because support came quite late, even though they were able to delay the kidnapping. For this situation, Captain Phillips and Shane Murphy communicate very well in the harsh situation that may help them to reduce risk in the future. Brand and for the risk assessment of brand and image company, it is about the Singapore port face about 100 pirates a year. So Singapore port are aware with the risk and possibility of being targeted by the pirates during their duty. So they are well prepared with this kind of risk since they have experienced about 100 pirates attack in a year. They improve their vessel security by installing devices that are connected with the headquarter office to track their vessels which on duty. But this kind of history, people with this kind of history, people tend to feel afraid to make a contract or to hire the vessel from Singapore port because they are afraid this event will occur again and risk their vessel. Okay, for the conclusion part, risk assessment is a comprehensive method of recognizing threats and measuring within a workplace any related risks and then introducing appropriate control mechanism to mitigate or reduce them. Apart from evaluating the efficiency and sustainability of current assessment mechanism, it is necessary to recognize health and safety threats and determine the risk posed in the workplace. Risk assessment plans may also help to describe the possible threats that could be experienced. Being mindful of these risks help everyone to make preparation to prevent or deal with particular risks as they occur. In risk identification, the same goes for recognizing the value of avoiding, mitigating, and removing risks whenever possible to minimize losses. Hence, there is no assurance that there will be any risk or when the risk will occur. So the aim is to be prepared for any scenarios and recognize the value of recognizing this possible risk properly. Any party will work easily with a proper knowledge of risk recognition and appropriate risk control strategy, ensuring that they are prepared for any and all possible situations that may have negative impact on the bottom line.